Okay, we are in Jade Empire. Let's see here. We're going to start a new game. This is the BioWare game made after KOTOR because KOTOR 2 was actually an Obsidian game. So we are moving on to Jade Empire, a very underrated and really unknown RPG. This is a spectacular game. Like, in some ways far superior to KOTOR, and it's kind of sad to see it just be forgotten and kind of pushed aside and never talked about again. So we're going to start a new game. We're going to be a male, because I'm male. Let's see. Lou the Prodigy? No. We shall be me. So Mitch. Almighty. Done. You know what? I don't want to lose all changes. There we go. Strong, fast, balance, fast. Yeah, we'll be balanced. We'll just be Mitch. Guaranteed. I almost guarantee this stream will not do as well as the KOTOR series. The KOTOR series was my best performing stream ever. That was kind of fun. It was fun to interact with people and talk about Star Wars and how awesome the game is, because it is. But now we're going to play a game that nobody knows and people won't watch. But whatever. I like this game. There were 2 people on Twitch watching this game, so there you go. Many in the Jade Empire have heard of Legendary Strike, but few have actually seen it in action. Fewer still have mastered the martial arts style. But those who have are to be feared. Their blows rain down too fast to block, and their kicks can quickly put an opponent out for good. Heavenly Wave does Chi Strike. Okay. Produces a health power-up. That's good. Fighters in the Heavenly Wave skill learn techniques that can slow their opponents to a crawl. While this support style does no damage on its own, the master can manipulate the chi in the area around the opponents, rendering them sluggish and easily defeated. Even the most lightning-fast foes can be slowed to a turtle's pace with the skillful application of Heavenly Wave. Alright, cool. Let's do it.
One of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
One more match then?
I feel that I learn something every time I face you. Even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
I'm rarely beaten, friend. Alright. So we press A to attack. is much more action-oriented.
Did you see? Master Li was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Thank you for the bout.
As always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Why didn't you tell me? Oh, where is he again?
To his house. It's just over there, as always. You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
So, Chapter 1, wherein a master foretells of doom, a rival challenges for a station, and the past haunts the present. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Master Li promises that soon you will know more about how you came here, and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest, and shadowy assassins who heed no law.
Our most
Student
senior
one.
student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Li always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Li saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things" to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
Don't worry about others,
That's
walk
easy
your own
enough
path.
for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Of course, there could be worse views. Maybe I should spend more time training and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
What do you think of Master Li?
Took me in when no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside.
How did he come here?
That he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago.
Who was master
I
before
don't
Master Li?
know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born.
Let's go back to my other questions. You know everyone around here. Is there any news?
Talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that.
Where are those students a note?
There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny. Not that you don't deserve the attention. I'd be flirting with you non-stop if you weren't so focused on whatever it is Master Li has in store for you. All of us get a little envious of that. Even Gao gets pushed aside, and he doesn't like being anything less than the center of attention. You
Tell me
know
about
him as
Gao.
well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Tell me about
Why do you need
Dawnstar.
to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Frankly, I think she might have a little crush on you too. Notice how she's been less willing to train with you recently? Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Li sees for you. I'm
What are you getting
sorry.
at?
I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Li tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two. You know what is said. Master Li believes you're special, but won't say why. It makes you interesting. Some of the others don't find it as intriguing as I do. Some even consider it an attack on their worth. If you
Let's go back to my other questions.
Other
much
than
I've been
what
hearing about
Dawnstar
ghosts.
senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Li accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise?
What exactly
They're
are these
exactly what
ghosts?
you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost.
Where do these ghosts come
According
from?
to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation.
Alright.
Leaving so soon?
Goodbye for now.
Oh well, back to my training. Something... Of
Would you be
course.
interested in
I
inspiring?
have to keep practicing if I'm going to be able to best you one day, aren't I? Excellent.
Let's begin.
Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
Okay, you can literally stop doing that now. Okay, that was unpleasant. Who would have known having a weapon was far superior than having just hands and feet? Oh yeah, literally everybody. That's okay though. Climb on up here. Check out and see what's going on.
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
I can spare a moment or two, certainly.
We'll try to go easy on you.
Yeah, considering I just got my butt whipped.
we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go.
You're welcome very
Smiling
much.
Hound's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Very good. Nice to spar with you. This grave appears to be dedicated to the old masters of former instructor of the school. It's humble tribute, not even bearing a name. A small bowl sits beneath the stylized image of a lion, ready to accept offerings of silver to speed the spirit departed to his rest. You have no silver. I have no money. I have no money to give to it. I need to give it money.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
If you are here, you belong here.
Master Lee would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Lee?
The only one who's been here as long as
She also
is
came here
Dunstar.
very young, didn't she? The two of you are generally considered the most advanced students here. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need? I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know? The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said. Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe. Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead. I'll answer what... He is one man and guides his students well. My last school had two masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
What style
At
did
the
you
Black
study?
Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I'd demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Lee's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital. I'll answer. Goodbye. It isn't. What? Goodbye.
Oh, I meant to spar with you.
It would be an honor.
I always
Excellent.
use the
Let's
practice.
find a quieter spot to spar. Once we're finished, I'll have to return here and continue my meditation.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll kick your butt somewhere else. I got used to this controls.
You cannot come here!
Whooped you. That victory music's actually from Neverwinter. Neverwinter Nights, a long, long time ago. Maybe I play the game, maybe I don't. We'll see. Not on the current agenda.
Something... Leaving...
Master Lee keeps talking about rest.
Okay.
Gao does not have...
Okay. Understanding the stars in the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home, we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are the most auspicious: comets, the flames of the heavens passing across the sky, eclipses during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one celestial bureaucracy to the earth. Experience points.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here. Oh, did I tell you to see Master Li when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Are there students available to spar with?
But not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer. There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded.
I'll spar with a single student.
I'll choose someone who is competent in one-on-one combat. This is only a practice bout, so fight until your opponent is knocked out. Get ready. Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like? Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic. Let's see what you can learn.
Typical. Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you. The senior student, Master Li's little lapdog, here to talk to me? My lucky, lucky day. Don't you have something more important to do? You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic. Master Li wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Lovely human being. Taofan, the Old Tongue, was the native language of one of many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the Empire was unified by Sagacious Tian, our first emperor. As the wars raged, constant shifts in territorial leadership spread the use of the Old Tongue. By the time Sagacious Tian formed the Empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire. And we'll take the experience. You see, we're slowly moving our way along. La 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 la. Lots of followers. Lots of followers. No amulets. Spirit, Town Gate, Dawnstar, sparring, trainer, sparring, okay. Alright, let's talk to the boss.
There you are, my student. I watched your bout against Xingyu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring, having given thought to your
I'm sure you'll tell me what I need to know, Master.
Complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
I'm sure it was for a good reason.
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him. And Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
Agreed. What will you have me do?
Practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over. Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square.
I will do as you ask.
The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
Okay.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
Okay.
The obvious...
Hmm. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't want to leave yet. I don't want to leave yet. I got things I need to look up. There we go. It's been a long time since I played this game, so mistakes will be made. Statue erupts in loud bursts of energy. Clearly you've done something momentous. You feel different.
And you will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
Cool. You're finished with statues, so I'll leave them there. I gain the gaze of a lion and 75 experience points. Nice. So I earn 2 plus 2 health plus 2 focus. I'll take that. Okay. It's 2 more than I had. It's a humble beginning, but it's a beginning.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
Hello, Dawnstar. Hope not interrupting.
She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did. What does
What do you
Gao
want?
the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish?
You know about the bandits? Master Li said to get a weapon from
Yes,
Gruzin.
he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. Strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid.
Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
We don't have time to talk. Bandits are more important now. Not specifically. No. I have a bad feeling, Dawnstar.
They always end up being right. Remember the grass fire? Half of the field's gone in a day, and you knew it would happen.
I'm not sure. I'm sure nothing is going to happen.
You said you felt the lightning coming. But not even Master Li knows the weather like that. I trust your instincts. You are full of such promise. I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that. I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? That you should keep the basics close to heart?
Let's go get your weapon from Guzhin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
Yeah,
Of course.
let's go together.
Good company will make the walk go faster.
The inner self. The great wheel of life turns eternal, bringing one through life into death and back around again into life. Though the new life is always different, the core essence, the spirit of a person remains the same. The spirit breathed into each person is eternal. To achieve harmony with the universe, one must perfect their harmony with the spirit. Indeed, the spirit in which each individual is a reflection of that greater universe. It is a reflection of the wheel of life and the great dragon that created it. 10 experience points.
We should go to Guzhin for a weapon like Master Li said. Then we can address whatever threat these bandits pose. I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating Qi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else? We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld. If a person's life was very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world of the living. Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living world and begin to channel darker emotions. They can be very dangerous. I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about what may be coming.
What happens to them in the other world?
Kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. Maybe it's about reincarnation. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we hope to fathom theirs?
We should get our weapon.
I agree, we should go.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Guzhin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers?
Heavens, no!
heard a terrible scream. Are the bandits here yet?
Kinda. Right over here.
This building is Guzhin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
The martial arts. The pride, perfection, and achievement of an individual are represented in many ways. The honing of the mind, civic achievements, and glory gained for the Empire. The development of the spirit and one's inner energies, and the training of one's body. Through both the body, practitioner imposes his will upon himself, and through that, upon the universe. Through the use of his body, the martial artist achieves transcendence and strength, overcoming all obstacles, both physical and spiritual. I received that. So I get +7 to my focus for learning the literary studies of Two Rivers, which is awesome. So we've improved focus. Another 7. If it isn't two Master Lee's best and brightest, there's not much left for me to teach you two, so you can't be here for lessons.
Good day to you.
Oh, there's no need for titles. Not for you Mewtwo. Why you insist on speaking like that, Guzhin? The old tongue, you mean? Anyone with half an education understands style pain, and some of us prefer the old way, the way it rolls off the tongue. Don't act like it's a surprise. Lots of people speak it, although I suppose if it is concentrated mostly in the prosperous East.
I don't need to use Thofan. Now, what brings you here?
Bandit scouts are here in Two Rivers. Master Lee sent me for a weapon.
I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Lee as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, 2, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Lee wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Where do you find these weapons?
Whether your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of 2 legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star. They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours if you wish it. They say Golden Star was forged as a gift to a water spirit of the Silkworm River. A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet. It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it.
I'll take it.
Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with.
Is there anything else?
You need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Lee has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon, and the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
I should go to the townsfolk now.
Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Lee gets back. I know you'll do well.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town.
Does Master Lee know they're already here?
Returned yet with Kiamin. I'm sure he will be back before long, but we must depend on you until he returns.
Run back to the school and warn everyone else. I'll deal with these thugs.
Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson. I know you can.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
Cool. Alright. Powerful weapons require intense concentration to wield properly. The fatigue from their use will drain your focus, which is measured by the yellow power in the upper left. Okay.
Legendary strike. Step.
Show no mercy.
Kill anyone in our way! I can't face them alone!
I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach, but we need someone skilled.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
Thank the heavens you came down here. They're animals.
I have been healed.
Cool.
Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
They're dead. They exploded.
I have been healed.
skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this.
Okay. Wait, what? Ah, crap. They got voodoo. Cool.
Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it. I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
Not a terrible idea. Just, Master Lee just broke your ship. He just punched your ship with and broke it.
You?
Well fought, my student. But I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin. But no one will hear of your success.
I just ended him. He was like, yeah.
It seems that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready.
I mean, you just punched a ship into the ocean, and I just stood there and watched. Thank you for your assistance. That's what we call that burning ship back there. Assistance.
You were not meant to see this yet, but now there is no choice. I will explain to the school. You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
Yeah, we do. But more importantly, level up. Ding dong. So we'll go ahead and make that a thing. Okay. Focus reduction. That's very important. Turn to style list. And we want to get that upgraded. Okay. So our weapon is now less focusful, or less focused to use, and our legendary strike is more powerful. Heavenly Wave I never use, so I'll end up getting rid of that, which is fine.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Lee could command that kind of power. He destroyed that
Yeah,
ship
he just
so
punched a
easily.
ship to death.
This is so confusing. Master Lee said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I hope there is peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me.
Prefer when you were smiling. Is there anything I can do?
Enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else.
Where did you live before you came to the school?
Strange thing to say, I don't know. I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived. I remember moving around a lot, never staying anywhere for long, and for some reason, the robes of that sorcerer looked familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks. With glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts, I could have seen them anywhere.
Why'd you move around? How'd you come here?
For specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be.
You're completely unnoticed. You have my eye often enough.
There you go again with your playful words. I never know when you're serious or what my reaction should be.
Thanks for this talk. The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve my mood. Let's get back to what you need to do. Then we should return
That's
to
all.
Master Li so we can talk to you about this attack.
We should. This was messed up. Curse bandits let their spirits lay troubled for all they have done. Some good people fell here, but thanks to you, not as many as might have. And my statue. It's a good thing they didn't touch it. Disgracing such a tribute would be like disgracing the Emperor himself. A fitting tribute to our leader, Emperor's son, though no one else seems interested in venerating his rule. I don't have the back for cleaning it properly anymore. I guess that's why they call me Old Ming. Well, might I ask some questions? Not many people seem interested in the Old Ming has to say, even if it had been here longer than anyone. What do you want anyway? And make it snappy. At my age, I could die at a drop of a blossom. What are your thoughts on Two Rivers? A few scruffy bandits and the mysterious leader shows up, and suddenly everyone's pestering me about the village like it's important. You're really important citizens. That would depend on who you ask. I suspect everyone would cast a single vote for themselves. Give me your opinion. Master Li is the real leader here. Everyone looks up to him, and his words are passed for law around these parts. His wisdom is unquestionable. He teaches a lot at the school, but Guzhin, the weapon master, helps make a lot around here town, making him probably the most well-liked man around. Then there's Merchant Fendao. Someday I appreciate it if he'd quit complaining and that he hasn't struck it rich yet. At least he hasn't struck it elderly, I say. What do you know about Master Li? A wise and skilled man. He has kept the peace in this village for 20 years, like it was set in stone. How did Master Li come here? I don't know. He's never talked about what transpired to bring him here, or why I arrived with you under his arm. I remember he seemed quite harried at the time, but he settled in quite quickly. He could see the potential of this place, I think. He was master before Master Li. It was so long ago. What was his name? Kansai, Songan. I think that was it. He was more concerned with trade than anything else. Master Li set the village on a different path shortly after he arrived. Songan left. I'm not sure what became of him. Other questions? If you wish, but I've only so many years left. Give me a jostle if I nod off. Tell me about the Emperor. Ending the drought earned great respect, even if he no longer shows his influence far from the wall of the Imperial City. Is the Emperor neglecting the borderlands? I would never suggest such a thing. He must simply have great concerns elsewhere. Master Lee has commented that he much prefers that Two Rivers does not get any attention. It is a sign that all is well here. Can we talk a bit about the past? Good on you. History is best taught through stories. A teacher lecturing about the past is like listening to paper crumble if you want to hear a waterfall. Everything's lost in translation. Tell me about the long drought. You were too young to know what it was like. A decade of thirst for all the land cracked and bare. It was worse than the great cities. Riots claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. Emperor Sun Hai put all his influence into ending the drought and saved us all. But there was a cost. I don't know where the front line was or the name of the enemy, but the Emperor's own brothers, Sun Qian and Sun Li, were lost. But what really happened? As I said, the Emperor corrected whatever great offense to the heaven had afflicted the Empire, and thus ended the great drought. This isn't the answer enough for you, I know. For the young it never is. In time you'll understand the Emperor must deal with things that you are not meant to know or comprehend. How was the Empire formed? The Empire was forged out of warring countries by the iron will and inestimable might of sagacious Tian, the first Emperor. In titanic battles and tense negotiations, he brought harmony in a chaotic world and created a single culture that stands over all others. What do you know about the spirit world? Perhaps I think I have an affinity for spirits since I'm close to becoming one myself. I'm not that old yet. I keep my feet toward the earth and my head straight in the opposite direction as I can manage. I wish others were as practical. I have heard many ghost stories lately. Travelers talk of roads awash in spirits. I am quicker to blame that on bowls of wine than glut of the dead. And yet you seem to accept the seemingly divine end of the drought? I have faith in the order of things. The Emperor knows things that I am not meant to. If the fisherman sends his catch to market, does the customer need to know how to fish? No, he just knows someone else does. That is the order of things. It is real, and I know it works. Ghosts and shadows are tavern tales. Okay, goodbye. I wish you well.
So glad you and Master Lee arrived when you did. My father ran to the school gate to find students to help. Did he make it?
He's safe. There's no more reason to be concerned.
That is a great relief. We tried our best, but without you and Master Lee, we would have died. Thank you. Hopefully Master Lee can shed some light on what led to this. A sorcerer in our little village? What is wrong with the world?
Who knows?
Oh, you. You're a friend of Dawnstar, right? I'm looking... Dawnstar, there you are. I know I haven't spoken to you in a while. I saw him again last night, and I remembered what you said. I wasn't as afraid.
I'm glad, Mrs. Jean.
He seemed peaceful, if a bit lost. But I know it's not your fault now. I'm sorry for disturbing you and for what I said before.
Remember Zhang Jin, her son? He drowned last year after the mooring she tied let go. A sad accident. I saw his spirit and told her. She thought I was calling up ghosts. Some spirits return because of trauma, to rectify something that disturbed them in life or death. They are very focused. When the pain is gone, they find rest. At least they are supposed to. Jin's spirit told his mother the accident wasn't her fault. Now he wanders, unconnected to this world and unable to pass to the next. Troubled spirits can be set to rest for a time, but unless the greater problem is corrected, it seems all dead are destined to wander until they go mad. I'm sorry, this has been difficult. I don't want to think about how it affects specific people. I'm still not sure I should have told Mrs. Zhang about our child.
You were right to console her even if she didn't want to hear it.
People just want to be left alone with their grief. I guess blame is easier to understand than chance. Come on, we should go see if the students are all right. Master Lee will be waiting.
Wake up suddenly.
It's a good thing we have Master Lee here. Don't forget he's senior student.
They say he's the one who dealt with many of the bandits.
Wait, which one do you mean? Surely not that arrogant Gao boy.
Are you crazed? No, he's the cute one in the blue vest with the yellow sash. Trust me, if you were a young woman in this village, you'd know who he was.
Me.
You will have many friends in the village after your valiant effort on the beach.
Hey, boys, look who it is.
Is that the one gal the Lesser's always going on about?
I think so. I say we teach a little lesson about staying in your place when great men like Gao are around.
I'm not looking for a fight. There's no honor in thrashing a bunch of drunks.
You're not going anywhere. Gao will give us fat silver bonuses if we teach you a lesson about respect.
Legendary strike.
Do. Whooped him good.
Those bandits will think twice before threatening a town protected by the likes of Master Li. They were fools to even come here. The only shame is that their ship sunk. Think what we could have done with their plunder. Ah, well, that's another opportunity lost. In this town, it's vital for a businessman to keep tabs on anyone with 2 coins to rub together. Things haven't been this slow since the long drought. That master of yours keeps things ludicrously stable while merchants thrive on strife. During the long drought, prices rocketed into the sky like fireworks.
There's no trade to be found in stability.
I suppose I shouldn't wish for strife lest it come knocking on my door. Besides, the bandits didn't do as much to bring people to the store as I hoped. So maybe stability is underrated. Happily, we don't need to waste time on my gripes when there's silver to be spent. I have nothing at the moment. I can't keep my stock up. People are scared to travel, which prevents goods from getting here. I must apologize. I do what I can, but the ghosts and bandits limit travel. They viciously force many caravans to turn back. To hear some of the caravan masters talk, there are problems of this type all over the Empire. I will be sure to let you know as soon as anything comes to town. Do come back when...
And there's Dawn Star. It's hard because Dawn Star is the name of a village in Skyrim.
I knew you would not let those bandits overrun the village. I hope I equal your skill someday. Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted. What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try. Wait, I know this. Yes, it's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior student, but that was one of the first things I memorized. Oh, good. I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions. Master Li was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
Thank you.
I heard some people died when the bandits attacked. I'm glad you didn't.
Okay, our chi is refilled. We can head back to the school. Let's go ahead and save first.
You are the hero of the moment. Gao claims that he dealt with hordes of bandits, but everyone else agrees that you turned aside their main attack. It is good that you were here. My foolish lack of attention forced Master Li to come to my rescue, and left me with a wound that will take a few weeks to heal. Master Li assures me I will heal in time. It's a shame, as Smiling Mountain was teasing me just yesterday with some special prize. Smiling Mountain trains students in group combat, and just yesterday, I managed to break your record for the number of opponents faced at once. He teased me by saying if I could go one higher, he might have a prize for me. I suppose he might make the same offer to you, if you're up to it. If I could fight, he could likely round up enough opponents for you to make a run at a new record, but I can't face anyone with this wound. Unless
Something I can do to help?
up time, I'm not sure there's much that can be done. Master Li has already tended to it. Then again, I vaguely recall a grass or herb that hastens the healing process. Someone like Old Ming might know for sure. He's quite interested in herbs. I think so, though I can't remember the name. It was some kind of rare grass, I think. I don't think it's a common plant, no. The only person I can think of who might know for sure would be Old Ming. I'm not sure, but if you had to buy it, I'd happily pay you back for the trouble you went through. This wound will heal in time regardless, but I wouldn't complain if it knitted faster. All the quicker to return to my training. I know you're very busy, but if you happen to have time and be passing by the beach, I'd appreciate it if you would at least ask Old Ming. If I'm lucky, he might know of an herb, and if heaven smiles upon me, he'll know where to find some. If you have to buy anything, let me know what it costs and I'll pay you back happily. It would be worth it to get back to training. Take care. Oh, and if you happen to find anything that might help this wound after you talk to Old Ming, let me know.
Alright. Let's go talk to Old Ming so we can get stuff done. Run on down here. What do you... Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to jump. Just a little nervous is all. Oh, you're one of Master Lee's students, yes? I've heard about you. Quite skilled, they say. Well, don't mind me. Why are you nervous? Anything I can do to help? Oh, I wouldn't think to presume. The town doesn't owe me anything, nor do the students of your fine school. I'm not from Two Rivers, though I occasionally come to town and do some business. Today has not been a very overly good day for me. I was hoping to make a little more silver than I did selling my wares. Is that why you're nervous? I could lend you some silver. I owe a small amount of silver to a man who works for a gentleman named Gal the Greater. He is quite insistent that I pay, but I'm falling a bit short. It is more than the price of a small pig, but Gal the Greater takes his debts very seriously. Gal the Greater is not known for his generosity. I know. I'll figure a way to keep us up myself. Price of a small pig? Let me give you 20 silver. Give me silver? Just hand it over? I don't know. Seems close to begging, and spirits of my ancestors would be ashamed if they thought I was doing that. Well, your ancestors would be more upset if you can't repay the debt. You're right. I hadn't thought of it that way.
A lot easier. Gao's father is not a good man to have angry at you, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Very well, student. I'm off to deal with the debt so I can get back my farm in one piece. Okay. Showed those crystal bands a thing or two, didn't you? Ha! Brought a smile to this old face. One of the old students was wounded during the bandit attack. Oh yes, I heard about that. Some fool girl walking out over the was it? Serves right for not studying or meditating, I say. Well, there's no accounting for youth. She probably wants something to get her moving again, so I'd say she needs a poultice made by red silk grass clippings. Merchant Fendo should have some, but don't let him talk into the clippings of bearded tongue grass. That won't do at all. What's the difference between the two grasses? Red silk grass will actually bind the wound and make it so she can get back to her practices. That's why you want it. Bearded tongue grass will make her feel the same, but it only deadening the pain. It doesn't actually do her any good. For most people, bearded tongue grass would be fine, but I know the fool girl will start practicing it and tear something vital. That could leave her crippled. Thanks for the help. It's no problem. Just remember you need the red silk grass, not the bearded tongue. First one will heal her, the second one will just make her feel better. Fighting with an improperly treated wound could end her practices permanently, and that's not worth saving a few silvers. And don't you think Merchant Fendo will talk you into cheap stuff. He might make a few extra silvers, but your friend's health isn't worth the profit margins. I agree. We're not interested in profit margins. I just gave a guy 20 silver for crying out loud. I'm amazing.
A potential customer is a welcome customer. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm looking for medicinal poultice.
I had heard that someone was injured and immediately saw the opportunity to make vast sums of... No, to make a difference, that's it. Anyway, I've checked my stocks and I only have enough ingredients to make one dose of the salve for a poultice. I'm not sure how much good it will do by itself. Might take a bit of the sting away.
Red silkgrass.
Thinking, isn't it? Yes, I suppose red silkgrass might be just the thing for a wound. I could add it to the poultice. Expensive stuff, that. Very pricey. Hard to acquire, too. Would certainly help her wound, but I know something just as good. Get her some bearded tongue grass and she'll feel better. It won't hasten the healing any, so she'll have to take it easy, but it will deaden the pain.
Red silkgrass.
You can justify such opulence to heal something that time would take care of. Who am I to argue? I'll just need your payment to prepare the poultice.
Here's 50 silver.
Business has been slow. What am I supposed to do? Starve?
A kind man like yourself wouldn't let a student suffer over few silver.
For my reputation, and you're well known enough that word would get around. Fine, I'll knock off a bit of silver.
Correct.
An excellent
40 silver.
choice. I'll mix the salve for you and prepare the poultice. It won't take a moment. There you go. Her pain will fade quickly and the binding effects of red silkgrass will make sure she can fight again, if she wants to. Your generosity is extreme, but who am I to complain? Enjoy, and I hope it makes your friend better quickly.
Cool.
Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down. Always happy to help.
Nothing there. To the school. Little girl's in the way.
This has been a busy day for us all. Is there something you need?
Well, the poultice help
The
you
sun
with the
breaks
wound.
through the clouds when I hear news like this. Heavens, I can already see it working. That's amazing. Yes, this should be perfect. The poultice must have cost you some silver. Let me repay you. What did it cost? That's very kind of you. I can't thank you enough. If you're interested in trying to set a new record for Smiling Mountain's special prize, whatever it is, then I'll be ready.
Alright, so she's healed, and we're able to get moving.
Goodbye.
Okay.
To hear Gao tell it, he single-handedly beat back the bandits. But it would have been great. What do you... Leaving...
Ah, you are back. I hope this unfortunate matter with the bandits has not caused undue stress. Some good people were lost, but many were saved. It means, however, that I must accelerate your training. These invaders discovered us by accident, but as you likely suspect, they are related to your destiny. You have trained hard and are ready. You will have a pivotal role in some great events, my student, after you return from the Spirit Cave.
I object!
Gao, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Your pet student is not the only one who fought those outlaws. Perhaps I did not stand in their midst on the beach like a fool, but I did my part. If you spent less time coddling him, you would have many promising students instead of one.
No one's denying your skill, Gao.
That can be decided by effort, Gao. There are things at play that you do not understand.
I understand that this student has received preferential treatment, and I have suffered for it. Whatever is in this spirit cave, I am worthy of facing it too. If he is truly better than me, let him prove it. I challenge him.
That's what you wish. I accept.
If this must happen, it will happen in the ring, as a proper test of your abilities. Gao, you are restricted to styles that I have taught. I know the dark tutoring your father, Gao the Greater, has imparted.
Sorry about that.
But I won't have any such sorcery here.
Hobbled before I begin. Of course. How else would your precious protege win?
My student, I do not trust Gao to fight honorably. Consider your attacks carefully. Prepare yourself and return when you are ready.
Okay.
Remember the basics. They will serve you well.
Alright, well, let's go do some sparring. Let's see here. What are we looking at? Quite a ways.
I heard how you faced those bandits in the village. Many people are impressed, but I expected no less. Your skill is a match for any rough bandit. Is there anything you need? Perhaps a training session with some of the students. It would do them good. Yes, and the students are on edge from the bandit attack. It would do them good to work some of that out. And now that Kiamin is feeling better, maybe you'd like to challenge her record in my little training exercise.
Yes.
Kiamin says that she is feeling well and her wound seems to be already healing. I believe she will provide a fine challenge for you.
Good.
If you win this match, then I will have a special reward for you. Good fortunes.
That's one apiece.
Well done. As promised, here is a reward for setting a new standard. Kiamin is eager to try again, but I asked her to rest for now. She seems well despite her earlier injury. Now, is there anything else you wish at the moment? Ah, yes, true. The lesson. Let's see.
So there we go.
Something on your mind? Master Lee? Oh, I know. That... If... Leave...
Yes, I'm leaving. I didn't mean to talk to you. Talk to the other one. Oh, turned around. Where are you? There you are.
You fought well, and the record is yours. I'm happy for you and couldn't care less about the record. It was just good to fight again and feel no pain. I'm a bit tender right now, but that's to be expected. I should be in much better shape before long. What can I do for you? Goodbye.
No.
Gao awaits your signal to start the challenge, my student. Tell me when you are ready, and I will have the combat ring prepared.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Then let the fighters meet in the arena. Fighters, are you ready? This challenge will continue until one of you is incapacitated. This is not a practice bout. Injury is a possibility.
A possibility? I think it is more than likely.
Master, are you certain this is appropriate?
They have a dispute, and this is the only way to settle it with certainty. It will be an honorable contest. I have restricted Gao from using his father's sorcery.
I said you would regret getting in my way.
Fighters, begin!
Legendary strike!
It is done. The challenge has concluded and the winner is clear.
No! I'm not finished!
Gao, I have have made enough concessions to you today. I thought I could guide you away from your corrupted path, but you are too much the son of Gao the Greater. You are no longer welcome among my students, and your father's house shall have no more business here, despite his influence.
I was not beaten! Not by this peasant!
You were defeated by your own foolish ambition and predictable temper. I will speak with you in my chambers about your expulsion. Go now.
Dun, dun,
Everyone,
dun.
this challenge is concluded. I'm sure the victor would appreciate your congratulations. They are well earned. Enjoy the words of your fellows. I will wait in the main hall, where we will discuss the Spirit Cave. Be certain you are ready when you come to me. Your life is about to change.
That was exciting. I'm glad you are safe. I knew you would be.
Excuse me.
Your skill is unmatched. Even Gao had to see that. I suppose that's what set him off. I hope he isn't allowed to stay. Punishment just makes him worse. Master Li has bent like a willow to accommodate him and his sorcerer's father.
Master Li does what he must. He's our master.
But don't you wish that some things made more sense? Anticipation is grueling. So much could be happening that you just don't know about. It scares me sometimes, all this talk of troubled spirits. I didn't ask to be a part of it. As much as you want to know more, I doubt you had a say in your fate either. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a happy time. You've proven your ability and Master Li is waiting for you. You should go to him.
So where's that put me in character record? So just under 1,000 experience.
Ah, there you are. Have you finished all your business with your fellow students? I expect our next conversation to change a great many things. You should be ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wait outside, Gao. I will finish with you later. Now, my student, there are many things ahead that you must discover about yourself. I trust you know the importance of your destiny.
I'm listening. What's next step?
You are an orphan, but you were not abandoned. You were rescued from the Temple of Dirge in the land of howling spirits. You were orphaned by violent action. I take responsibility for it. You see, I used to be more than a humble teacher. To learn of yourself, you must learn more of me. I was once leader of the Imperial Army. I was known as Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I am the brother of Emperor Sun Hai.
Huh. Never said anything about this.
I will tell you more, but first, we have an uninvited visitor. Gao never could keep his ears to himself, especially when angry. So predictable. He's heard as much as I wanted him to. Perhaps it will give him a little perspective. He should respect even the most humble person, because who knows what lies within? That includes you and me both.
I heard that you're the Emperor's brother.
I was ashamed. He seized your homeland during the long drought. It was an aggressive change in the Empire that would soon bring Death's Hand to power. I withdrew my support and tried to rally your people against the siege I had helped plan. A doomed effort. Many died on both sides. Sun Qin, another brother, also fell. Listen, I will tell you how you came into my care.
Come with me. No, this is my fight. Go!
people were killed. I am haunted by it, and now the world may join me. The assassin on the beach was a Lotus Assassin, a minion of Death's Hand. More will come.
Can you tell anything about my people?
Most in the Empire know nothing of the land of howling spirits. I found its people to be honorable, but I can't tell you more than that. There was no time to learn more.
Who's Death's Hand?
He is the right hand of the Emperor, and rules the Lotus Assassins in place of Prince Sun Qin, who was killed at Dirge, a death he may have orchestrated. He shows no hesitation, and gave no thought to the lives of those we faced. His influence poisons the Emperor. I have no doubt he is utterly evil. I have never faced him, but I know of no one living who has. A dark energy sustains him. That is the armor of a man who has no remorse, no pity.
How many brothers are in the Emperor's family?
There were 3. Emperor Sun Hai, Prince Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, and myself, Sun Li, the glorious strategist. Age decided our place in the order of things. Sun Hai was the eldest and therefore Emperor. I was next and was head of the army. Sun Qin was the youngest and leader of the monastic order.
When you say the world may join you in being haunted, what do you mean?
Your people were guardians, but we did not have a clear idea of what. It is tied to your destiny. I will explain if you want me to move on.
Oh, let's move on. Tell me what this has to do with my destiny.
You were meant for something important, but because of my actions, it was denied you. Stories about ghosts, the assassin on the beach, you are tied to this. Our dead no longer drift to the underworld. They wander, lost, going mad. In time, they may overwhelm the living. It began when your people were destroyed.
Why haven't I witnessed this?
We are on the edge of the Empire, and not all spirits make their presence known. We are not immune, but I kept you isolated. This information could endanger you. The first assassin found us by accident. The next attack may not be so unfocused. To fix the world, you may threaten the power of some dangerous people. The Spirit Cave will make things as clear as they can be. Only you are meant to understand what is within. You will see the corruption of the spirit realm for yourself.
Is it safe?
No, but few places truly are. This has been a lot to comprehend, so take your time. There are instructions inside, and something that belongs to you, an amulet. When you emerge, you will know more about yourself and your destiny than I can explain, and you will better know your enemy.
All right. Do-do-do. Stray gate bears a seal clay. A clay seal. A message is carved across the surface of Master Lee's handwriting.
Spirits go mad if denied passage to the underworld. They are strong, but you can fight them. You can't kill the dead, but in defeat they are disrupted and can't reform for a time. You are tied to the reason why spirits wander. Many appeared after your people fell, and some are held in this cave. They are drawn to your amulet. It is a head waiting for you. Be careful. It is desired by many seeking power beyond the mortal realm. I make no apology for these trials, my student. You will come to see how necessary they are.
Poof. Cool. So that's 55. This pillar of stone contains some sort of metallic object within it. Carved into its crystalline surface is an inscription.
The dragon amulet was with you in Dirge. I understand what it does, but you are the one meant to be trained in its use. I am sorry that my actions denied you this. Essence gems are used by healers and upstart sorcerers and are common enough to be wasted on ornamentation. But with this amulet, you can tap their true potential.
I'm gonna touch it. That's what I get for touching it. So, I equip it. This flawed gem provides minor bonus to body. Alright. Cool, cool.
Your people were adept at using essence gems. I kept it from you because power is a beacon. The forces behind the restless dead will take an interest in you. Even mindless spirits may be drawn to you, just as they were confined here. In achieving your true power, you become a target that many will not be able to resist.
Legendary strike.
Make sure there's nothing else like that around. That was useful. Okay. The writing clay tablet is strangely illegible. Rather than just being poorly inscribed, it seems to change as you read it. You notice the voice of the amulet you found in this room has started to glow dimly. Alright, well, let's hold the amulet up found in this room. The amulet grows brighter, and suddenly the inscription on the clay seal is clearly legible.
My student, I hope you realize your importance. The restless dead must be allowed to find their way to the underworld. All of us will suffer if things continue as they are. Seek the source of this problem and eradicate it. That is your purpose and burden. I hope that the basics I have taught you will aid you in setting everything right.
Yeah, we'll see. So we have 180 health now. 152 spirit, G, and 163 focus. Okay, well, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not imperfect, so we're okay. Oh yeah, we're in great shape. I'm not excited about this. I have a bad feeling. A clay tablet like the others you previously encountered. The script was once again written in your master's hand.
Not all spirits succumb to bestial rage. A strong will can transcend death. These beings may have powers beyond any living foe, and intelligence to beguile and confuse. All will suffer if the dead remain this way. Soon you must leave Two Rivers. Seek the source of this problem, even if it leads to the heart of the Empire. I have old friends who may guide you, but I have old enemies too. The cave is secure. Meditate on what you see here. When you leave, all will be changed.
A student here. I had long forgotten the stench of the living. I ruled this place taught with wisdom. Why can't I find my way? Where is the voice that should call to me? You ruled here. Were you a master at the school? Master, student, farmer, whatever I was, I should be dust. Instead, I am pulled to nowhere. Frustration. The way is blocked, the shepherd is gone. Cannot escape the living, milling, stinking, you cloud the way. Where do you need to go? Who's the shepherd? To judgment and to renewed. But the way of things has been unbalanced. No souls return to the living. What will become of the world if no souls are replenished? Eventually there will be an end. You are blind to the danger, blind to the truth. You can only understand if you see. I will make you see. I will make you understand. Magic blue lady.
Stretched thin, led away, and you are too small, too mortal to truly understand. But small things can move beneath the notice of others. Your master hopes that you will grow strong while he leads the predators away. His reasons are clouded, but you must find a way through the fog. You are the one who can hear, the one who can act. Search, but look also for yourself. You are a spirit monk, and you are the last.
Who are you?
I do not have the strength to answer. I am cut open, and the way to the underworld is shut. Spirits are lost with no shepherd, no guardians. You must restore us. The amulet is a focus. It will guide you. But when you know both sides of the Veil of Death, ability alone will save you. I have a moment of power, a window to grant knowledge of a primal energy. You must choose between ice and fire, and I will grant the skill to bring them to your hands.
I choose ice.
Emotions burn, but the spirit can also turn cold and strike with grim resolve. Command this, and you chill the hearts of your enemies. Yours is the power of Ice Shard.
Is this the kind of style Master Li cautioned Gao against using?
There is no inherent villainy in any martial action, only in the hearts of those who wield them. If you rely too much on simple force, then you cannot act without it. I can do no more. I must fade. Pity those spirits that have grown twisted. You will come to know their pain when life leaves you. Pity the world if you fail, spirit monk, for you are the last.
Hmm. Neat. The Nature of the Spirit, Volume 1. Mankind has long known that we are not alone in this world, descended from heaven, risen from the ground, present all around us are spirits. These beings often go unseen, but they will choose to interact with us. The effect is usually profound. But what are these beings? Are they people who have died? Are they servants created by the beginnings of the world, the great dragon? Are they something else entirely, or are they all the above? In my research, I have managed to find and communicate with a number of them. I contacted some through the priests and relatives when it was a spirit returned from the dead, but other encounters were much stranger. Flawed Scholar Gem and Structured Body. To kill a spirit, a wise monk once asked, how can you kill a thing that's already dead? The simple answer, you cannot. You can, however, disperse the spirit. This is not the same as killing, but it is a similar effect. It is important to remember that spirits are virtually immune to man-made weapons. You must confront the spirit with martial magic or transformation styles. Never underestimate the strength of spirits. They may appear substantial, but they can still be deadly to the living. Go ahead and level up. Level up, level up, do 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 do. Level up, level up. So I have 200 health now. That's useful. Yeah, let's keep them going. We're a balanced nature. There, so these are the two things that I use. Oh good, it got fixed. That was worrisome. Still worrisome. I was there, now I'm here.
What are you doing out here? You are supposed to be meditating on the amulet and what you have learned for at least another day.
I had a vision. It was very sudden.
A vision? Ah, of course you did. A natural reaction to the great amount of information I have placed before you. It may have something to do with your amulet. Tell me, did you learn anything about the destiny that stretches before you, or what has led you this far?
She said I was the last spirit monk. What does she mean?
Be careful. I do not want you to be misled by sources I cannot anticipate. Your people had warriors by that name. I regret that my actions caused their downfall. 20 years ago, the Empire was mired in drought. Your people revered the water dragon, so their temple of Dirge was the ideal place to ask the heavens for help. But the water dragon governed more than just moisture. The drought was part of the natural order, and not for mortals to alter. The spirit monks denied us access. The Emperor was incensed. He asked me to plan a display of power that would force their compliance. As our armies marched, I realized how wrong we were.
Did you try and stop your brother?
He could not be dissuaded. I fled with you as the rest of your people were killed. You must discover for yourself what being the last of your kind means. What else did this vision reveal? You are only to retrieve the amulet, learn to place gems in it, and meditate on your future. I don't want you to be distracted.
Master Lee, there's still no sign of her.
What? What is it, Wu? I'm sorry, my mind was elsewhere.
Dawnstar, as I told you, Master. She went missing after Gao's men were discovered in the school. The state of her room suggests some sort of fight took place.
I see. She is not there?
No, Master Lee. There's no sign of her.
I see. This may prove useful. Thank you, Jingwu. You may go. Your appearance put Gao's disgrace out of my mind, but it would seem that your early exit from the caves has come at just the right time.
Where would she go?
I doubt she has come to harm. She is a strong woman, as you know. That doesn't mean you shouldn't search for her. It will be a good measure of your ability. What better way to show mastery over your abilities than to turn them towards helping your fellow student? Seek her out. I doubt she is in the school, and someone would have seen her if she was in the village. You might want to try the surrounding marshland.
I will start right away.
That is good. Time is very important. Here, take some silver. I asked Fendo and the others to stock essence gems in preparation for this day. Hopefully they have done so. You learned in the cave how single gems are viewed as trinkets and used by self-professed healers and would-be sorcerers, but you can unlock their full potential. Make sure you have everything you need when you leave to find Dawnstar. Do not cloud your mind with anything else. When you return, your course will be clear.
Okay. Let's go pick up that last whatchamacallit.
I heard about Dawnstar. Perhaps I can help in some small way. Fendo received some essence gems and passed a few along to me. They may be of use to you. Let's see what you can learn.
So body, spirit, and mind all increased by 1. Very good. Very good. We got that chi up a little bit. It was a little worrisome there for a minute. Chi is essential for healing. I'm doing pretty well in focus. Techniques. So I got 2 health and focus there, 7 focus there, 5 health and focus there. That's great. You have 3 health, minus 1 chi, 3 chi, minus 1 focus. Then you have a 3 health plus 1 intimidation. Okay, we'll take the health. And then 3 focus, 1 health. So basically you got 2 of each thing for those. So everything is good. We're able to get all the stuff. We wanted all the stuff. All the stuff is good. Okay.
Dawnstar wanted to be here when you left the cavern, but she's gone. If you ask me, something's wrong. I don't know where she could have gone, but Wen or Lin might have some idea. You could ask in town as well.
Okay, Wen and Lin.
Please find Dawn. I suppose you are looking for Dawnstar. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen her. I'm surprised you don't know where she is. I would have thought you, if anyone, would know. Are you sure she isn't off by herself somewhere? She's always been so moody. I'm sorry, but I haven't heard or seen anything odd. Everyone's here except Gao, and he has no place here anymore. He seemed to be in a hurry as he was packing, though. Come to think of it, he was muttering threats under his breath. That's just Gao, so I didn't think anything of it. I have no idea. If her garden or room is disturbed, as Jingwu said, maybe she chased the person who did it. I don't know why she didn't call an alarm, though. Goodbye. I hope you find Dawnstar. She was always nice.
We'll find her.
I like Gal better when he's not here. He yells too much.
I agree.
I couldn't believe it. He killed him with a single blow and laughed as this poor boy gasped his last.
You! Gao the Lesser did this. He was dragging some sort of sack and this boy challenged him.
Why did he kill him?
This brave young man stopped Gao and demanded to know what he was carrying.
Gao just laughed at him and tried to walk on by, but the student challenged him. Gao just shrugged, turned, and killed this poor boy in one blow.
What was in the sack?
I couldn't say. It was awfully large and looked heavy, but I was watching from a ways away. We didn't want to get close to that murderer.
We hid out of sight as Gao went toward the gate out of town.
Could it have been a person?
Possibly, but we were too far away to say for sure. If you really want to know, go catch that fiend. He was headed for the gate out of town.
Alright, if you went to the gate, maybe we can still catch him.
Gao was in a rush, but you might be able to catch him still.
Be on your guard if you truly mean to pursue him. Gao's
Excuse me.
rage as this poor lad learned too late.
There you are. I've been hoping you would wander by. I hear your friend has gone missing. So sad. Very sad indeed. More importantly, my stock has arrived. Braving roads what can I haven't seen... Had I spot... Of course... I just have a...
Okay, you get nothing from me. School gate. Two Rivers Town gate. Beach.
Do you have a moment? Oh, senior student. I wanted to thank you for your help earlier. I wasn't sure anyone would come down to our little circle of houses when the bandits attacked. It's out of the way, so I'd almost given up hope.
I was glad to help.
And I was glad to see you. Though, there's the small matter of my chest. Which is to say, its contents were not there. The bandits had taken almost everything I had. It was rather full of silver. A lifesaver. But that silver was mine. What gives you the right to take it? You are no better than those bandits. Thank you so much. I will never forget this. The whole village is talking about you, and
I have no regrets.
You look like you have have something on your mind. What's the matter? Gao killed someone? And I let him go past here without questioning him? I'm an old fool. I wished I'd looked to see what he was dragging. He was heading toward the gate. The only place he could get to on foot is the swamp. That bog is full of bandits, and who knows what else. Despite that, it still seems the most likely place. He'll be slowed down by that load. You could still catch him if you hurry. Good luck to you.
All right.
It's a bit of a shame what happened to the guard here. The fool got in the way of Gao the Lesser. The young master thought you might come after him, so he left us here to slow you down. You were lucky against those bandits, but we're not so easy to push around.
Just stand aside. My quarrel's with Gao, not you, man.
If you're quarreling with Gao, you're crossing us. Gao the Greater makes sure his son is well protected. Very well protected. We'll do more than slow you down.
Legendary strike.
Woof.
It feels like a war drum, and the battle did not go in the Empire's favor. What happened? I was speaking with Gao, that spoiled little noisy cricket. He hit me without cause.
You're lucky to be alive. Gao's been murdered soon on his way to you.
Wholesome. I wish I'd known ahead of time, before he hit me. Gate guards, we're an unappreciated lot. I'm sorry about that, student. I truly am.
Does he have Dawnstar with him?
I didn't see her. He was dragging a large sack, and I asked if he needed help. He said no, just the key to the gate, and then he conjured this ball of flame around his hand. I don't really remember what happened next. I might have passed out. No one's ever threatened me before.
Did you at least see where he went?
One place he could have gone if he left the village. The path leads past the fields to the swamps. What did he do? Why would he resort to attacking me just to leave the village?
He kidnapped Dawnstar.
What? That arrogant whelp? I trust you're following him to put him in his place. Go on. Why waste time talking to me? Get moving.
We'll go ahead and get my weapon focus back. There we go. Go ahead and save that because reasons.
Poor Fen, what have you done to her?
Who's there? More of Gao's soldiers? I'm through hiding.
Okay.
Gone. She's gone. They took her away, my beautiful Fen, my flower of the fields. Please, my name is Hing, and you must help me. My Fen is so delicate, she will chafe under a bandit's yoke.
Slow down, tell me what happened.
We were traveling to 2 rivers. I bring goods between the farms that line the valley. I knew we were getting too close to the marshes. Why was I so foolish? Of course these thieves would strike at my beautiful Fen. I can't leave without her. They'll work her to death or eat her or worse. Can you do anything, please?
If I see her, I'll do what I can.
I thank you, and my Fen will thank you when she is returned to me. My precious flower of the fields. I can't leave without her.
I am no common bandit. I've been hunted by far worse than you. Attack, young student. I am not your enemy. This was a misunderstanding.
You act like you know me. I've never seen you before.
I tried very hard to go unnoticed, but I also need to eat. I've been on the outskirts of your village once or twice to trade goods. I saw you training. My name is Zhu. I have been called Sagacious Zhu, if you prefer a title. It's a name I share with the first emperor, Sagacious Tien. I meant nothing. It's just that I was trained fairly well, so I recognize when someone else is skilled.
You're not an enemy, why are you here?
That is a personal matter. You'll have to take my word that I'm above common robbery, if not many other things. Besides, I have already shown that I have no love for the more common kinds of filth roaming out here.
Why are you fighting Gao's mercenaries?
If you know that name, you know the type of men the family employs. I wonder, does their increased presence in the marsh have anything to do with why you are here?
Oh, my friend is missing Gao the Lesser, but you have something to do with it.
Gao the Lesser. I know the family. This is a brazen act even for them, but now I understand why their men are clearing a path through the marsh. No wonder you came out here as you did. You're looking to rescue someone. You probably gave no thought to your own safety. That is very selfless of you. I tend to think more efficiently. I did hear something about a camp. They seem to be killing bandits so they won't be disturbed. There wasn't much more. I just wanted some peace and quiet.
I'm
not interested in looking for trouble. I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. As bad as this is, you're better off without my help.
Well, if you see a student named Dawnstar, at least show her how to get out of here.
I am familiar with that name, but I still can't. I've spent a long time avoiding trouble. I don't want to go looking for Star. Your friend should not suffer because of my reluctance. A group of men went to the north. They had a large pack that was giving them trouble. That may be where their camp is. There's no way to leave the marsh in that direction. Not on foot anyway. I will show you. It is easy to get lost.
Thank you. I knew there was a shred of decency in you.
You know me. Never forget that. Now come, we have some catching up to do. We'll find them. Like I said, they can't get out in that direction. Not on foot.
Your assistance is welcome.
I will try not to make you regret it. Your task is probably complicated enough as it is. Let's go. The main camp is to the north, but there are soldiers all around this area. If you want to find trouble, let's do it quickly.
Alright. I have a follower. Jade Empire Bestiary Volume 1. Ogres. These curious beasts are not always as dangerous as their looks might imply. Those who confront one of these hulking monstrosities should treat them with caution, however, for despite the ogre's obvious skills at making weapons and armor, they are little more than wild animals. Although ogres are typically resistant to earth and air magic, fire and ice do significant damage to them, and weapons are usually effective against their thick hides. Well, thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. Suddenly...
He has based himself in the north. There are paths right and left, but I doubt one is any safer than the other.
Let's see. Map. Okay. Let's go left. Good adventurers go left. That's how math works, or so I'm told.
Well, what have we here? More outlaws? They're everywhere. Gao was right to order them killed, even if just to keep the camp clear while he secures his woman.
This ain't one of our soldiers. You can't fool us. If Gao wants us out of the swamp, you'll have to fight us every step.
Curious. Yeah. I don't want to be spending all day in combat. Things have been moving kind of slow. I'm not unthrilled with it, but you know, I'm a superhero. I should be superheroing this. I'm not in the mood to be struggling. I want to be getting this moving.
It looks like the soldiers have taken control from the bandits who normally...
Useless marsh.
Look! More bandits creeping into the camp!
Fine, just tell us what you know.
Yes, I can do that. Whatever you want.
Where's Dawnstar?
Who? The woman. She got loose from the sack and ran into the cave. Would have been safer out here with us.
That cave is home to both toad demons and ogres, and both are in a foul temper from fighting over the space. Running in there is like moving from the claws to the fangs.
We refused to go after her, so Gao went himself.
Why'd he kidnap Dawnstar?
I don't know. He just said it was very important that he get her tonight. He brought a few groups of us over for it. We didn't take her. We made Gao do that himself. I know we shouldn't have let him talk us into any of this, but he doubled our pay. It was just one woman. Compared to some things, well, all I'll say is that this wasn't the worst thing done by a Gao lately.
What do you mean?
Look, that's all I can say. Just let me go. I won't be any more trouble for you. If I go back to Gao's father, I'll be killed as a failure.
A reasonable punishment. Gao has some things right.
By my grandfather, I won't get in your way again. I swear.
Get out of here.
You are far too generous with your mercy.
Thank you. You won't see me again.
Listen here, you jerk. We don't just go around absorbing people. It's rude. Okay. Let's head back this way. We're still looking for Fen.
Shouldn't killing outlaws yield some good silver? All I found is this troublesome creature, and she won't do a thing I say. Her last keeper trained her too well. If we can't get any work out of her, I want her cut and carved for tomorrow. If I have to be out here on Gao's little errand, at least I can be well fed. Look out! It must be more bandits! Get them!
Thank you for saving me. I was getting tired of catering to these fools. I thought I was saved when they killed the bandits that raided my husband's wagon, but these soldiers were no better. You have my gratitude.
You're safe for now, Fen. Hing sent me.
Fen? You have come this far for Fen? Did he send you here without even mentioning my name?
Uh-oh.
This will be unpleasant for someone.
I am Xinghua. These animals made me cook for them, clean up their filth. And Hing sent you for the flower. I will kill him.
You aren't the flower of the fields that Hing mentioned?
No, but she is here. Oh yes, just over here. Let me present her to you. Fen, come.
Fen, my flower. You are safe. I knew this great fighter would save you. I couldn't leave without you. The cart needs your strength to pull it.
I am safe as well, Hing. Or did you forget I was missing?
Oh, there you are, my dear. I'm glad you did not come to harm.
But you are more concerned about the ox, I see.
Have either of you seen a man named Gao?
Gao? One of the soldiers said someone with that name is at a camp to the far north. Of course, he may have been speaking of someone more important. Perhaps the camp goat.
I prayed for your safe return, dear, but the cart will not move itself.
You will be lucky if I don't make you pull it while the ox rides. She is clearly important enough. Come, leave any of our stolen silver as reward for our savior. I value my own life at least that much. Someone has to.
Yes, dear.
Do I have to slaughter that thing for you to show me some attention?
No, dear.
Are you lying again?
No, dear.
Are you listening to me?
No, dear.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was just funny. I'm a fan. That's good writing. That's a good little quest. Game has good characters, I'll give it that. let's see here. Let's go ahead and save here. And what's our character sheet look like? Okay. And we have 873 gold. I should go repay that guy at some point when I get done with this quest. That'll show him. Swamp cave. In we go.
It's always someone else's fault, isn't it, Gao? This is your mess. I didn't make you kidnap me.
Your friend is doing a good job of frustrating Gao into carelessness. That will work in your favor, but it also means we have to follow them by a different route. Be careful. That means fresh enemies for us. These caves harbor strange creatures.
Yes, they do.
Legendary strike.
Down goes that guy. 30 silver's mine. Recognize. Ooh, another ogre. Let's go fight it. 2 ogres.
Legendary strike.
I never had cause to enter these caves. Gao will have to pay for this inconvenience.
So I received Toad Demon style. Okay, that's the thing. Go ahead and save this. Game decided it was going to save it for me. Alright. It knew. Boss fight time.
My patience is running thin. No! No! Not you! Anyone but you! What are you doing here?
Let's see. You took something very important to me. I'd follow you forever.
See that, Gao? That's loyalty and responsibility. Can you even understand those words?
I understand more than you. I did you a favor, but you are too stupid to know a good thing when you're in its grasp.
Being kidnapped was a good thing? You have an odd view of what it takes to impress a woman.
Fools! You'd be dead if it wasn't for me. Everything you had is gone. My father has seen to that.
You're talking about Gao.
You'll see. Death comes from above to ferret out your hidden master and his real name. Dawnstar was the only thing I wanted to save, and what thanks do I get? Nothing. So be it. I'll just kill you all and forget your pitiful little village ever existed.
What have you done, Gao?
You'll see. You've already lost no matter what happens here. You'll see. I'll make you see.
He has earned my ire as well as yours. I will help if I can.
Doesn't matter to me. Master Lee isn't here to restrict how I fight. I'll kill you both in time to see the red sky over your
It's a little preview of what will be coming.
Thank you for coming to my rescue. I'm not sure why Gao thought he would get away with this. He had to know that someone in the village would come for me. Although, I suspected it would be you.
I wouldn't let anything happen to you, Dawnstar.
I am grateful. Your friendship has always been a comfort to me. Maybe that was what made Gao so jealous. I don't know. And who is this? I must thank your new acquaintance for his help as well.
Sagacious Sue, you don't owe me anything. I just helped your young friend through the swamp.
Sagacious Sue, well, I am grateful. I don't know what Gao meant by saying he was doing me a favor.
Sagacious Sue's a punk.
Here be beneficial.
I don't know. I think we should head back to the village.
Agreed. I want Master Lee to know that we were both safe. It's too bad, though. He wanted to reach Gao. I'm sure of it. Gao just seemed to get more and more bitter. He didn't respond well to discipline. It's too bad.
So head for the entrance.
I will wait by Gao's flyer. He can't object now.
You're just kind of a turd monkey. Let's see if I this way. Cool. Very good. Very good. Make sure we got everything out of here, because we ain't coming back. Do. For those just joining, we're playing Jade Empire. We had beaten Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic already, so I figured I'd get the prologue done in this game. We've been playing it for about 2.5 hours. It's a kung fu game made by the same people, made by BioWare. It's a good game. It's underappreciated, really undersold. Like it just kind of flew under the radar.
I thought they abandoned him, but it looks like you had to fight them all. I didn't realize you took that much of a risk getting to me. Thank you.
I don't want to fight them all, but there's no real choice.
I heard Gao yelling at them to kill any bandits who might approach. I guess they wouldn't stop to ask questions. His mercenaries didn't seem too eager to follow me into the cave, though. It seemed like they were humoring him. Maybe they were his father's men. I don't... Wait. Do you hear something? There are so many. Where are they coming from?
You should be more concerned with where they are going. You may have won a victory over Gao the Lesser, but it looks like he put things in motion that have outlived him.
What? What do you mean?
These machines have weapons. They drop casks that explode on impact. There will be soldiers on the ground as well.
Was that what Gao meant? He said something about death coming from above for Master Lee.
He kidnapped you so you wouldn't get caught in a village attack.
Matter. We have to get back. The students. Everyone will need our help.
Walk away, Dawnstar. You won't get there in time. Better to avert your eyes than see something you care about fall to ruin. Save yourself the pain.
We have to try.
This machine of Gao's, do you know how to make it work? Could you fly it?
I doubt there are two people in the Empire that know how they work. It's a baffling combination of magic and artifice.
you know so much about it?
I've seen this kind of attack before. The tools used are different, but it's the same kind of destruction.
So you don't really know?
If you actually cared about the safety of this machine, you wouldn't be about to fly it into a swarm of enemies. What guarantee do you want? There is a handle attached to something like the brains of an ox yoke. You move it left to right, forward and back. It should swim through the air fairly smoothly.
So it's like a swimming ox. Well, that helps.
You come to help us, Sue. You seem to have a good heart.
He's just an idiot.
I've already done more than I wanted, but I could not avoid this forever.
You are an interesting person, Sagacious Sue. Your eyes hold a great sadness that is oddly familiar to me, but I don't know why.
I tried to understand his trouble, but he won't let me.
Perhaps I am imagining it. We will discuss it another time. I hope we are not too late.
So we're flying the ox.
We have to hurry.
This is worse than I thought.
Now we're talking.
Town.
Alrighty.
No! This can't be!
It is what I expected. I'm sorry you had to see this.
I saw the smoke from the air, but I didn't think it would be so bad. Everyone is gone.
We will find survivors. There has to be someone left.
I hope you are right. Master Lee wouldn't let this happen, not without a fight.
Do what you can together. We will meet in the heart of your school.
Well, we're gonna level up. Ding. 200 for everything. Very good. I am a fan. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Well, the good news is there aren't any good newses. There's Old Man Wang. See, he's dead now.
Mom, it's all gone. Why did Gao's father do this? Why are his men here?
Kablooey.
I hate this. There's no challenge in killing simple peasants. They said no survivors, so there better be no survivors. I know, but who is this for? Whoever's really giving the orders must be influential. Do you want to ask Cal the Greater? No. So quit yapping and make sure there's no survivors. Looks like we have a few more peasants to put down. Let's just make it quick.
Legendary strike.
Yeah.
The school burning. Every spring, I planted flowers, one for each student. No, everyone is gone. Let it be true.
It's pretty true, Dawnstar.
Keep going. There are others in the school. I'll look to the villagers and save as many as I can. Go!
If you leave her crippled, she actually dies there. Well, they're no longer functioning people. They're dead. We got rid of them. So let's see here. Can't go this way, I don't think. Nope, gotta go this way.
What is this? We missed a couple of these pitiful students? This is like crushing ants. There's no end to you people.
Ants. That's all their lives were to you?
Why have you done this?
The same question all the others asked. You'll get the same answer too. Men! Gal the Greater wants this village cleared. Get the job done.
Bring it. Oh, they brought it.
were so many. Everywhere. And fire from the skies.
Shh. We've chased off all of Gao's men. We'll be safe now.
No, they came later. First there were fighters in black. With fists you could hardly see. She told them where to attack and they turned like one mind. One purpose. Except for the one. He stood alone. His armor so black. Black like a hole in the earth. So deep you can't get out.
You'll be all right. Just be still.
I tried so hard. I'm sorry.
Wu said... He said there was no warning. Just calm skies and then fire from above. He organized the students, but they were overrun. Master Li was taken when it began. He went without a fight, giving them what they wanted. But afterwards, the students... they were killed anyway.
The Lotus Assassins. They leave no one alive to tell the tale. People fear the unknown. For Gao the Greater to have them as allies is troubling. The figure your friend spoke of is Death's Hand, the leader of the Lotus Assassins. This student was strong to live as long as he did.
Now he's dead. Why would they come here? Why did they take Master Li?
The Lotus Assassins answer to Death's Hand alone. He would not appear unless this was important. He usually acts behind the scenes. I don't know why they were so intent on taking your Master Li, but they never attack without purpose.
You say he's his Emperor's brother.
That's not possible. Sun Li, the glorious strategist, was the Emperor's brother and the head of the Imperial Army. Your Master Li cannot be him.
Why not?
Because he can't. Sun Li was declared a traitor to the Empire 20 years ago. The Emperor himself accused him of killing the third brother, Prince Qin. And besides, the glorious strategist would not have made such mistakes.
What mistakes?
Revealing himself for one. For another, he would have known that giving himself up would not save your students.
Just sounds as vicious to say why you try something.
The glorious strategist would know his enemy, and if anything is true about Lotus Assassins, it's that they don't leave survivors. I should know. I was one.
Explains your unwillingness to come here. You recognize a familiar tactic.
It doesn't matter.
No, he is right to question me. I'm accustomed to such suspicion.
It doesn't matter. Whoever you are, whatever you were, you did not do this, and you do not have our master. We need to decide what to do. When we know where we are going, when we have a plan, then we can talk about who knows what.
We must find who... Or they...
I don't know anything about that. But I suppose I can try to point you in a productive direction. If you wish to pursue this, we should head to the heart of the Empire, the Imperial City.
Why? What's there?
Gao the Greater was behind this attack, but I suspect there is someone else behind him. You will find your answers in the Imperial City.
You know a lot. We will have to talk about the source of that knowledge.
Yes, I'm still curious about you, Lotus Assassin.
Whatever judgment you wish. I assure you, I have already made worse.
Let's go. I don't want to be here. I want to go where I can actually make a difference.
That is a very common desire. The hardest to achieve, but very common. Come, let's see if we can get Gao the Lesser's contraption in the air again. It won't be stable enough to get to the Imperial City, but we might reach the trading village of Tian's Landing. All trade routes lead to the heart of the Empire. If we are lucky, we can find someone to give us passage. If we're lucky.
Attack. Because it's fun. Should always attack if given the option because it's a good time. And it opens up a later minigame. Don't evade stuff. Unlike KOTOR, this has options. And there we go. An interested party. How to use my Radiant Aura. Mission complete. Very good. Very good. So I hope this playthrough introduces people to this game and gets it more awareness, because it's definitely worth it. If someone hasn't played it before, this is a good opportunity for them to give it a shot, because it's a good game. And it's on Xbox Live. It's backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so I highly recommend it. I'm fine, Dawnstar. Are you okay?
I'm okay too. A little shaken up is all.
We were lucky. Only a fool braves the air currents without a proper wind map. You can't navigate the skies without them. Not safely, anyway.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
We weren't traveling far. I thought we could reach Tien's Landing safely without one. Obviously, I was wrong.
So where are we going to find a wind map of this region? We can't follow Master Lee's captors without one.
Things are even worse than that. Look at our flyer. Even if we had a wind map, this thing wouldn't take to the air again.
Well, so we need to find a wind map and a new flyer.
You make it sound so simple. Flyers and wind maps are rare things, even in the Imperial City. Out here, they're all but unknown.
Gao and his pirates used flyers to attack Two Rivers, and the Lotus Assassins who took Master Lee had them too. Somebody around here must know something about them.
Yeah, don't worry, Dawnstar. I'll find a way to get us flying again.
I'm sorry to get upset, but every second we're stuck here, Master Lee gets farther away from us.
We're near Tien's Landing. It's a small village, but maybe someone there knows where we can find a new flyer. If nothing else, I remember a clearing suitable for a camp. And if we can't find a flyer, we can always follow on foot. To the south of the village is a forest. A trade route leads through it to the Imperial City. The village is across the bridge and beyond a large marker stone. Look for the giant rock with a painting of a fish on it, and you'll know you're heading in the right direction.
Alright, Dawnstar, come with me.
Very well. I'll wait here for now. It's not so different from the marsh, actually. More of an impending sense of doom. But that could just be your influence.
We should get going. There has to be a better place for us to rest than this. Let's go.
So, Chapter 2. Wherein the fall of dirt is detailed. The woman in black speaks of Death's hand, and Gao the Greater learns the fate of his son. Two Rivers is in ruins, and Master Lee has been taken captive. It is clear that the attack was carefully orchestrated, and that shadowy forces have taken an interest in you and those around you. Leaving your home of 20 years, you set out after Death's Hand and the Lotus Assassins, intent on discovering the reasons behind this assault.
Make your way south across the...
You should get going to Do you feel that? Something is here. Something that hates the living.
I don't want to get too far into it. We did beat Tian's Landing, so let's go ahead and... We got halfway to level 4 as well. So let's go ahead and save it here. We'll call it. Pick this up tomorrow. All good. So this is where we will call the stream. This is Jade Empire. We beat KOTOR already. It's in the YouTube playlist. I'll go ahead and make a new playlist for this and put it in the archives on YouTube so it can be watched later if you feel like it. For those watching on YouTube, remember, hit that subscribe button, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything, so I'd appreciate it. For those watching on Twitch, hit a follow and enjoy more RPG content. This is where we're heading with this, so we will continue this into Tian's Landing the next time we play. Until then, I'll talk to y'all later. You have a good one. Good night, everybody.